My God, that's Jason Bourne.
I know who I am. I remember everything.
We need the perfect weapon.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Worse. We're going to be reviewing
Jason Bourne.
New Bourne movie by
A little too cool.
Paul Greengrass.
Paul Greengrass, and the fourth installment of his films. Let's just put Legacy out of the way, shall we?
Honestly, through a lot of the movie, I don't know if bored is the right word. It's not a bad movie. It's not bad, but it's like it's just been one day since we saw it, and I'm already having trouble recalling it.
For me, I remember all of it, and I really, really enjoyed this. Like, it actually, to me, had a more flowing story than the previous. It all made sense. And this film is about Jason Bourne. And by the end of it, I understood the title, just Jason Bourne. It is about him. They're trying to go deeper into his, background. He's trying to find himself. You know, that dude has been through a lot. He's a trained killer, but he also has a heart. He does what he does, and of course, you know, it's pretty much on the run again, you know, like whenever I saw the trailer of him punching the dude, I felt like it would be a lot more of like him being off the grid. But it actually surprised me that it didn't really, stick to that story. You know, there's stuff about his past he's trying to find out, and, that was really cool, really well done.
Like, stuff that it's never really been delved into before. I thought that aspect was the best part. What this movie does best is it makes you want to watch the other ones now. I want to go back and watch the other ones. If it does anything, well, it's that. I'm just not personally a huge Bourne fan. Maybe that's getting in the way of me liking this movie more than I normally would, or if I was more of a fan, but I mean, I like the movies.
It's it's a trilogy that you have to get locked into, or you don't know what's going on. You have to focus, you have to those...
But this one did have an easier story.
An easier story, and those screens where it's just kind of just data on a screen and you have to figure it out on your own what they're talking. Yeah, the movie's not going to just say it to you. It's not going to give you what's going on. You have to focus. You have to pay attention to what's going on, and I happened to be in a good mood last night, so I just kind of was in that mode to focus on this new Bourne film, and I was like, this is a really good story, and I'm actually not having a hard time following it. If you were to kind of nod in and out during Ultimatum or something, yeah, you wouldn't know what's going on. There's a specific character in here that is kind of attached to his past, sort of, and I'm not gonna give away anything, but I liked that he was a character throughout the entire film, and in the other films they had characters like him, and I know you know what I mean, that were just kind of in there and he would just kill, and it's just it's over. Those characters were just there to hunt him, but this actually had attachment to his past, and they had added some weight to it, because I did not expect a certain character to die in this film. I'm not going to give it away, but I wouldn't say it's as good as Ultimatum. Ultimatum, was really, really well done, and I mean, it's kind of hard to almost compare Ultimatum to the other films because it just flows all together as one story, just like this. It's really hard to really pick one. But ever since Identity, they had something special here, you know, starting with this, and it's kind of almost like the new Bond, except on the run. You could tell he was struggling. He was struggling intensely to figure out what he does next, and that fascinated me. Tommy Lee Jones, by the way, is perfectly put into this role. He can play that type of character so well, the head of a whatever organization. That was Tommy Lee, you got some villain, you can be a villain. He's a really good villain.
There's a new girl. She's with the CIA and everything, with Tommy Lee Jones. I mean, the whole thing is they're wanting to get Bourne back into the program.
If they do more films, I could see, with the way it ended, I could see her coming back, possibly. I don't know if she was just a one-hit character, but because she could be. It could have just closed right there, right where it was, but she also, I could see her coming back, and I want her to come back. And obviously Matt Damon. let's just put aside that people think that he looks like Matt Damon.
Oh.
Let's just put that aside. And me with my Justin Chatwin and Edward Norton. But anyway, Matt Damon did really well in this film. He reprised Bourne again. Bourne again. He's Bourne, and he was Bourne since Bourne Identity, and I'm glad he never got recast. I don't think they did this big return just for nothing. I really think that Jason Bourne has started a new trilogy of the series, and I'm excited for it because it can only probably go deeper into Jason Bourne. You know, and probably have like an extremely cool ending by the third one or something, the third of the new trilogy. And, you know, I feel like that's what it is. It felt the same as the other ones, which is good, but it also felt like they're branching out, and Paul Greengrass wanted to do something new with it. And that's what I really liked about it. It didn't have some of the elements that the other films had. It was just a good story.
I'll be honest, I didn't find it the most awesome, exciting movie ever. It's just not really one of those that I would consider just a straight up amazing film. But then again, like I said, I'm not that big of a Bourne fan. I've never really been.
You're more of a Bond fan.
But, oh yeah.
He loves James Bond, and I prefer Bourne.
I don't think I've ever really said that on Worst Reviews, how much I have this genuine love for not...
Like, he grew up with James Bond. I did sort of too, but just whenever like Bourne came out and I saw it, the first one I saw was Ultimatum, honestly, in theaters, and then I went back and watched them and fell in love with them. I just prefer the films. They're more modern and realistic in my opinion, and just in that way they're cool, and they have just a really cool, really cool story with a lot of great action. I mean, Bourne is, he's right now he's kind of old man Bourne. It just makes him even more of a baddie. It's just really cool.
I don't. Maybe there's some reason I just can't get into it that much. I mean, maybe if I watched them all again, which is what this movie makes me want to do. Just the first three, just watch those again, and maybe I would fall in love with them more than I ever have. Who knows? But overall, for this movie, I think I'd probably go ahead and give it a 6 out of 10.
I'm not a Bourne biased. Just because I love the original trilogy doesn't mean this movie was going to wow me. It didn't mean that it was going to be fantastic. Yes, are there elements in it that could have been done better? Yes, but overall I knew that this was going to be different. It was going to be his return, and it was only going to go deeper into him as a person, which I really liked. So I really enjoyed it. It stands out as a part of the films, a part of the original Paul Greengrass movies. So I'm going to give it a 9.
Thanks so much for watching, guys. This was our review on Jason Bourne, the newest in the Bourne, not trilogy,
franchise.
Franchise.
You can definitely check out more reviews and trailer reactions from us. We still do those. And definitely look forward to classic film reviews. Doing a little bit of those every now and then. I mean, we don't really get a lot of attention on them, but, if you subscribe, then you can keep up with us. So become a worst friend today and subscribe, and I'll hit that like button because we really appreciate it. And go watch Jason Bourne. Tell us in the comments what you thought about it. And we'll see you next time. I mean, he was just born yesterday. But it's happening. I could see you on the brink of laughter. I'm just like, what's going on? Dadgummit.